currently Wednesday when you're watching this. It's Tuesday for me. It is absolutely beautiful outside and I didn't have any obligations for today. So I wanted to just take some time for myself, enjoy the nice weather. Lily is being indecisive on if she wants to stay outside or go inside. So the door's open. But yeah, I just wanted to take some time for myself this morning and just relax, enjoy. The next 3 days, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am going to be landscaping with my dad, like outside actually doing the manual labor, which I'm very excited for. I actually did that for 3 straight summers and I have no problem working outside. I find it very enjoyable, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely days where it's exhausting and hot and gross, but with the weather now, I think it should be pretty good. And my dad always has guys working for him that I went to high school with, and so it's always, I don't know, it's just a fun environment. Like I told you guys in yesterday's video, I just enjoy being around people, so I have no problem working hard. So I'm going to be doing that the next 3 days. That will be fun. So I'm just kind of enjoying today, gonna relax a little bit, and I think I'm gonna try to make some either like protein balls or like try to do some other protein recipes, just do something fun. I just realized I haven't put makeup on yet. I looked up and I was like, wow, you don't look very good. Okay, I'm going to lay out for a little bit and then I do want to talk about something before we get into the video, but I'm gonna relax and enjoy this beautiful weather before we do that.
Coming down my face, yeah.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Okay.
Alright, love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Okay, just got off the phone with my mom. Oh gosh, you guys are just so sweet. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. First things first, all my brothers are gonna be in town on Sunday. Some of them might get in town late Saturday night, but they're all gonna be here for Mother's Day. And we have not, so there's 4 kids in my family. We have not all been together in the same place with my mom since my high school graduation. So 4 years ago. So she's very, very, very excited. She worked very hard trying to plan this whole thing together and like get my brothers to make plans and like set dates and just make things happen so this could happen. So I'm very excited for that. I have a very fun weekend ahead of us, or weekend ahead. It'll be so much fun getting to see my brothers and my little nieces and see them together because I've never seen them play together. So anyway, that's exciting news number 1. My oldest brother and his wife are having a baby. They're pregnant and they called and told me, I think like 2 weeks ago maybe 3 weeks ago, I don't know, but they are letting, the doctor called my mom and told her the sex of the baby, and they're letting my mom do the gender reveal when they're here this weekend. And they're gonna be here from the 13th to the 16th, so they're here for 3 days. So that's just so exciting. I'm like, my mom is the person who cries at all of that stuff, which like I would too. So I just thought that was funny. So she just called me, was updating me on all of that stuff. Obviously didn't tell me the sex of the baby because it's gonna be a surprise for all of us except for her. So that's exciting news number 2. And gosh, this is gonna be a long video. This might end up just being like me chatting with you guys and then a workout because I feel like I have a lot to say. I have been getting notifications all morning ever since my video went up. Yesterday's video went up of me updating you guys on just kind of what's going on in my life right now, job-wise, just, you know, like not being with Petula anymore and not being a spokesmodel anymore. I knew that you guys would be supportive, but it is just one of those things where it's like kind of awkward because recently it hasn't been a big part of my channel, but in the past it has been, and I know I've gained some followers from Petula, and I know a lot of you guys didn't know about Petula until me, so I knew there was probably gonna be some disappointment, and there has been, which is, I once again totally understand and expected, but the amount of just overwhelming support and like messages I've gotten from you guys just makes me wanna cry. It's very, 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 very sweet, and I'm just so thankful to have amazing subscribers, followers, family members, friends. Like, you guys are just my people. I consider you just a part of my family, basically. So thank you so much for that. It seriously means the world. And I've had a lot of people ask me if I would ever do like, or they want to see like a video on sponsorships and like how to get sponsored by a company and all of that stuff. And I've never wanted to make that. Well, if I did make it, I feel like I wouldn't necessarily talk about the points that people would want to hear about, because I don't think, like, sponsorships you should not be worried about. Yes, if you're trying to make this a career, then like I get it, that is another additional source of income sometimes. Not every single, like, you have to have a lot of followers in order to make money with certain things. Regardless though, I don't think, like, you should not be looking for sponsorships. If you are, it's probably not genuine. You're probably not doing this for the right reason. Motivate is, like, I'm still with Motivate, and I don't see why I would stop being with them unless they like told me I wasn't an athlete anymore. I truly believe in all of their products. I love the company. Like, the amount of communication I have with them, it's just, they seem like they really got their shit together on the back end, and I love that. Like, I feel very taken care of. I feel supported, and I feel like they are really appreciative of the content I produce for them. So I absolutely love the relationship I have with Motivate, and I love their products. Like, I would never promote, this is basically the moral of the story, I would never promote a company that I didn't believe in and I didn't support or stand behind. And you know, if that changes, like if you start with a company and then that kind of changes, there's nothing wrong with being like, oh, you know, this isn't a good fit for me anymore, and just like stepping away. There's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't feel this pressure. They're mowing our apartment complex right now. That's why it's noisy in the background. But you shouldn't feel a pressure or feel like you have to be with a clothing company or supplement company or meal prep company or, you know, whatever there is. Like, there's no problem just you being you. And I don't know if I would ever work with a clothing company again, just because I mean, fitness is my life. I live in fitness clothes. I like being able to kind of see what else is out there. And I know, like, athleisure is a huge market right now and just a big trend. So I would rather, I'm very excited to be able to try out a bunch of new clothing brands, and like the ones that are popular, give you my honest feedback on them. Not that you wouldn't be honest with a company you were with. Like, there are certain Motivate products that I will straight up tell you I don't use, and like I will always tell you, you don't need supplements to achieve your goals. Like, it's just a supplement to enhance what you're already doing. But, and same goes for clothes. There were certain things that when I was with Petula, I didn't wear that often because I didn't really like the way they fit on me. Like, I will always be very open and honest about that stuff, but still, like, there's requirements when you're with certain companies. You're not allowed to wear other things. And moral of the story, it can actually be beneficial for you to not be with companies just as much as it could be if you were with companies. Like, it might honestly be more beneficial because you can get, like, you can still do collaborations without actually being like an actual affiliate or a spokesmodel or athlete, whatever they call it. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. That just was a lot longer than I intended that to be. So going back to what I started on, still seeing your guys' messages. Just thank you so much for the support. Means the world. I'm very excited for the things to come on this channel. I know you guys are gonna come along this journey with me because you're my people, like I said, and I know that you guys, I know at this point that you guys are as invested in me as I'm invested in you, and I think that's amazing. So I do plan to share as much as I can on like the personal training stuff, like me studying. If you guys have any questions, like that's gonna be a huge part of my life for the next couple months, or however long it takes me to feel ready to take the exam and get certified. So I am going to be sharing that with you guys. Obviously not all the videos, but that's going to be a big part of my channel. Going through that whole thing with you, this new job, if I were to get it, and the opportunity were to work out, I'll take you guys through that, which I think would be a really cool opportunity. And just, yeah, you guys come along my daily life with me. So I share as much as I can and be as open and honest as I can. There's obviously gonna be things that I can't go into as much depth on as I might like to, just because it's not, I mean, there's really no, I don't know. People could get hurt. Certain things don't need to be said. You don't need to go into detail with too much things. Things don't need to be super personal, you know, like there's boundaries, but I try to share as much as I can with you guys, and I'm just very, very, very thankful for all of the support and just my amazing subscribers. You guys are just my people. So it is beautiful outside. I am going to head over to my dad's, probably take Buddy for a walk as long as he's there, and then I want to come home and try making some protein balls. I have a few different recipes. I have a bunch of oats already, but I saw one for blueberry muffin protein balls. Like, what? That sounds delicious. So I think I might make a few different ones. We'll just kind of see. The problem is going to be I am going to eat all of them. Okay, I just turned the camera off and then remembered one other quick thing I wanted to say really fast. I've been getting a lot of, not a lot, some people have been messaging me asking just about like my reverse diet and like how much weight does my coach want me to put on, and like all these other questions kind of about like body, just like very physical questions about how my body is looking right now. And everyone's been like, oh, you look amazing, just people are curious. And my mentality right now, I am in a very, way better place than I was last year. Like, I'm not having super bad binge eating sessions at night, you know, like it's not bad at all. Way better than it was last year. But I've been getting a lot of questions about like just how much weight he wants me to put on, how much weight I want to put on, all this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, my coach just wants me eating enough food to fuel my workouts to where I can actually push myself in the gym, like increase my weight in the gym so I am building muscle. Like, he wants me to be eating enough so I can perform my best. Obviously, being super overweight is just gonna make me more lackadaisical. I won't be performing like I should be. I won't have the energy. So there's definitely a happy place in the middle where you don't have to have abs, but you're not gonna be fat to the point where you're not productive and you can't function at your highest capability or whatever. So my thing right now is, as long as I feel good, and this is just me once again being very honest with you guys, as long as I feel good, I really am not focused on what I look like. I'm pretty happy with how I look right now. I feel like I'm performing really well in the gym. I'm pushing the weights in the gym. My legs are so freaking sore from my last leg workout and yesterday's video. You should definitely check that out if you have not. So yeah, as long as I feel good and I'm performing well, that's really all I'm focused on at this point. I am attempting to stick to macros. Like, I use my phone and put in my meals into my FitnessPal just so I have an idea of where I'm around, and I try to stick around certain macros, but if I go over them, I'm not too worried about it. Last night, Chris and I were sitting on the couch. I ate perfect all day yesterday, like ate really healthy, stuck to my macros, and we were watching the Cavs game, and one of the commercials came on for Wendy's, and Chris was like, oh, a Frosty sounds good. I haven't had Wendy's in probably 2 years, and I was like, okay, let's go get a Frosty. So I got a little Frosty and fries, because if you guys have not tried dipping French fries in the Frosty, you're missing out. Like, obviously not an everyday thing, but you should try it because it's amazing. So, for instance, last night I did that. I'm just trying to be happy, feel good, kill it in the gym, still working towards my goals for next year, but enjoy life at the end of the day. And I know sometimes if I try to be too strict with myself, especially after being so strict to the point where like I literally couldn't have, there was no flexibility in my diet. After coming off a competition prep, I need that time to kind of not think about it. Like, it's obviously important to kind of reverse your way out of it after a show. Like, you don't want to completely overdo it right off the bat. But I'm over a month out from it, and like in the beginning I stuck to my diet pretty well, and now I'm just kind of, I feel comfortable. My metabolism is definitely working, and I just, yeah, I'm trying to enjoy life, man. So that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm so sorry. This is like 15 minutes. Let's head to my dad's and then maybe get some protein bite ingredients. Oh shoot! Look at those pots, man. Those look great. Wonder who did those. Me. I did those. These are called sweet potato vines, these little light green things. My dad told me that, and I was like, oh yeah, I like sweet potatoes. All right, moment of truth. Is the bud man here? Oh, probably not, because the top lock's locked, which means my grandpa was here. Oh, I knew it! Oh, why does this always happen to me?
I said, hey, you, perfectly on cue at the end of the night. As I recall, I said, hey, babe, when you walked my way, you caught me on fire. Save me the time, I'll save you the trouble when you've had enough and I can't take it anymore. Something about her when she said hello, I'm taking you home. I'd rather burn fast than let it burn slow. So let it burn, baby.
I'm trying to grow the tatas, the water melons, balloons, cantaloupes. What are the names for?
Titties.
I like that.
Let it burn fast. Yeah. Let it burn slow. Let it burn, 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 burn. Let it burn, 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 burn. Let it burn, burn, burn. I'd rather burn fast. Let it burn, 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 burn. Let it burn, 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 burn. Let it burn, burn, burn. I'd rather burn fast. Let it burn slow, slow. I sang, hey.
Good morning, friends. It is the next day. I am about to head off to my dad's. I am landscaping with him, like I told you, the next 3 days. Or today, yeah, and the next two days. Hoping to work on my tan a little bit because I'm real pale. And I think it's supposed to be nice outside, so that's gonna be fun. I still can't figure out my computer situation. I'm going to continue recording though, just in case. I'm gonna figure out a way to fix it so I can post videos, but I'm gonna keep recording just with the hope that it'll all be good and I can use all of this. Look at this guy being all adventurous today. Logan? Logan? He's just hanging out. All right, I'm gonna head to work.
Perfectly out of tune by the end of the drive, but got a little lost.